What's good? It's Real 92.3, LA's new home for hip-hop with the most tickets to Rolling Loud, or Real 103.9, Vegas' #1 for hip-hop and R&B, the home of Big Boy, DJ E-Rock, that's me, or my brother DJ Friends. And you know what it is? It's the full Convo, it's the basement. We're here at Culture Kings Las Vegas recording what I would like to say, one of the best episodes that we've had thus far in the second season of this podcast. But hey, shout out to you if you tuned in on the radio right now, you tuned in, online on Twitch or whatever. I mean, hey, look, we're everywhere like air, but I appreciate you for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only 310 Baby is in the building right now.
What's good? What's good?
What's good, man? You good?
Yeah, man, I'm living good, feeling right.
Man, you 18 years old.
18, yep.
18 years old, and you got the biggest record, literally, like in the country right now.
It's going up.
I mean, and it's not stopping. It's not stopping. How does that feel? How does that? I mean, to be 18 and have that. I mean, that's the dream right there, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm grateful.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited to see what comes from this and what the future has to offer.
Word. So, I mean, how does schooling work? I mean, you're still a senior in high school, correct? Mm-hmm. I mean, are you still going to class? Are you still enrolled, in a high school? You're doing homeschooling, because this got to be crazy. Because TikTok is obviously all over this record. So yeah. I mean, how does it feel to see your classmates and stuff like that, really rocking with Soak City the way they are, doing the dances and all that, and how does schooling work for you?
I still go to school,
Mm-hmm.
regular school.
Yeah.
Not too much has changed with that. My plan is to finish out my senior year in school.
That's what's up, man. I mean, school is important.
Yeah.
It's very important. Very important. Explain to some of the listeners that we have probably in other parts of the country that don't necessarily know what the definition of Soak City is. Mm-hmm. What exactly is Soak City? Soak
City is just a representation of where I was at when I made this song, or the vibe. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's just Soak City means this to me or whatever,
Yeah.
But it's just more of just that vibe. And when you hear Soak City, you think summertime, fun, water parks or parties or pool parties, Yeah. It's like having a good time overall.
This definitely is the party record of the year for sure.
Yeah.
As of now.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? It says right here that you're Spotify's most necessary artist to watch in 2024. Yeah. What do you got planned for this year?
This consistency, working hard, and taking advantage of the opportunity that I've been blessed with. With the song going up, there's so many doors that have opened, and I think I just want to take advantage of all different things that have came my way to help me and, just help me go, further with my career. And, yeah, just taking advantage of every opportunity and remaining humble and grateful for this.
100%. What's some of the craziest things that you've actually got to experience, since the success of Soak City?
I would say just being able to talk to people I was watching a year ago, like Tyga.
Mm-hmm.
Tyga was icon. You know what I'm saying? And then for him to reach out and want to hop on the record is the remix.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Because,
and remix is doing its thing.
That's what I'm saying. Tyga ain't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Tyga got enough going on, but for Tyga to reach out and want to do something with me, that was one thing. It's crazy. It's it don't get no bigger than that in LA.
So, with that being said, how does it feel to be, the youngest artist, to be out and about with the biggest record, but also to have a united front behind you? You've got all of LA behind you. I mean, the remix has, Mustard, Tyga, Blueface, OGZ, Blue Bucks Clan. That's a big thing. This record is really uniting, everybody on front, and they all behind you on that. Mm-hmm. What does that, feel like, and what do you have to say about that?
That remix, not even what it sounds like, but just looking at it, just looking at that song and looking at the features, that alone before somebody even press and play is just a message to everybody. It's time for 310.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Because usually when everybody rally behind that one, it's for a reason. So I think it's just a message letting people know what's to come in the future and who's next. But I wouldn't say I'm next. I'll say I'm right now.
I could say you're next, because I tell you that right now, man. Like, when I heard this remix, and I was like, damn, I'm hearing names on one record and hearing voices on one record that I've never heard anything like that before in my life. You know what I mean? So, congratulations to you and all your success, and
Thank you.
the way that everybody's really coming together on this. It's a beautiful thing to watch for sure.
Thank you.
You have a new single, Kalen For Real For Real.
Yep.
It's called Stuck.
Stuck.
Tell me about that real quick.
Stuck is just like, I don't know. I think with me, it's like, I really enjoy like music and good music, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was only right I had Kalen do a song with me. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the people I always wanted to work with. And Kalen is one of those people that's extremely talented from where we come from. And it was only right, And I think the goal for me was like, let's make something a little different. Let's make something a little slower, but still a vibe, And when you want something that's like a vibe, you got to get Kalen. You get Kalen on the hook, you're going to get the job done for sure. Shout out
Kalen
Kalen.
is definitely him. He's definitely him. He's actually in town right now, I heard.
Yeah, no, Kalen. You need a fire hook, get at Kalen for sure.
Oh, 100%. 100%. It's crazy because I always ask, like, who are some artists that you would want to work with? And it seems that, like, literally you're working with, like, a lot of those artists that we would probably name off right now. But
Yeah.
if there is anybody in the world right now that you would want to get in the studio with, that you could, dream up right now, who would that person be?
If I could work with anybody right now, I would say a couple. Yachty, Tyler the Creator, Pharrell.
I mean, the Tyler thing should be easy. I mean, he's from LA, right?
Yeah.
We got to make that happen.
Yeah, Tyler.
We got to make that happen. Put that in the universe.
Pharrell, Kanye, and I would say, I think that's it as of right now. I think it's so many people I would love to work with, but if I just had to pick 4, that'd be my 4.
Okay. So, I know I touched upon this earlier, like, how it is to have such a big record and you got all this newfound success and whatnot. Like, what are some of the challenges that you've seen, like, that come with, like, literally, like, everything that's going on around you right now? Like, people changing, like, or, like, things are a little bit different here. You can't go to the store. I don't know. Like, do you face, like, any type of, like, challenges, like, in that arena currently?
No, I think my challenges aren't like traditional. Like, I can't go to, not all that. Like, I could still go to the store if I wanted to. Things like that. That's not really my concern. I think most of my challenges are like mental.
Mm-hmm.
Just remembering who I am and remembering that I am great and don't let anybody like throw me off my pivot. You know what I'm saying? If I believe that I'm the next one, the next GOAT, or you know what I'm saying, anything of that sort, I have to remember that, and no matter what, I have to stay hungry and just stay locked in on me and focus on me. That's it. Just the mental.
What's the biggest takeaway that someone needs to know about the 310? Because we mentioned about, like, how Soak City and the remix is like a message like, yo, it's time for 310. But what's the biggest takeaway that someone needs to know about
310?
where you're from?
The biggest takeaway, I think, from where I'm from, the people are talented, and I think we don't. That's a good question. I got the answer though. I think
we got the time. It's good.
Yeah, where I come from and the people, I think we're extremely talented, and we have what it takes, but we're just so comfortable that we'll never really get there. Like, we'll never get to where we can be because we're all comfortable and spoiled. But I think that's where I come in for this next chapter and this new wave, showing people across the world a side of LA that they're not used to.
Yeah.
So I think LA is a great place. And I just think that it just starts with, like, each person and the attitude and how they feel when working. Like, for example, like a rapper, like an LA rapper, at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, he's from LA. LA has a lot of talented people. But that artist is, like, his mindset is what will take him far. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
We always talk about politics and all this, but I think at the end of the day, it's the mindset. And I feel like the mindset is what gets you there, like I said earlier, and I think that's why I'll go as far.
No, for sure. No, absolutely. And I admire that you have a big, like, strong grasp on this at such a young age. You know what I mean? And it tells me, like, I've been in this business for quite some time, like, definitely 20, maybe 25 years now. And hearing you speak about, like, everything that we're talking about and the way you carry yourself, man, you have a really, really bright future ahead of you. It's fucking incredible to
Thank
see.
you.
Incredible to see. Says right here that you're the youngest artist to sell out the Roxy.
Yeah,
The Roxy.
iconic.
It's iconic, man. Like when you stepped out on that stage, to put on a show for the people in the hometown, what was the first thought in your head? You looked at the crowd, you're like, yo.
Now, to be honest, like, I seen everybody that looked like me. Young kids, the youth, the kids from LA that want to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't feel like oh, these are fans. No, these are just kids I was partying with last summer.
Yeah.
And I think that's what just keeps me going, is like when I'm locked in, when I'm making my music, never forgetting like where I came from regarding that aspect.
Absolutely.
Like knowing that the motivation behind Silk City was making a song for them, for us, the kids that want to have fun and party. Let's keep that going because that's what got me here. And those are the people that will follow me and grow with me throughout my career from album 1 to 5.
1 to 5. Why is 5 such a significant number?
I don't know. I don't want to say 10. 'Cause I don't know how many albums I'm going to drop. I don't know. By album 5, I might be out of here, buy a hockey team and relax.
I like that. There you are. Are you a big hockey fan?
No.
You're not?
But I love business stuff.
Okay. Let's talk about some of that right here. Like for me, I love business too. I love DJing. Yeah. Obviously, I'm on the radio. I play music. I play hip hop. Do big nightclubs, all that. Travel around the country and do it. But I don't know. There's something about like the reward on securing a good business deal. You know what I'm saying? On getting like from point A to point B, and getting like the whatever the equation is. Like getting the sum. What is it about business that you love the most?
I just love. See, like, look, for me, it's not necessarily like the liquid I might touch, because that's cool and all right.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's just another high that go away. So I think for me, it's just that feeling I get, that dopamine I feel just off succeeding. It's not necessarily the money. The money is basically the trophy.
Yeah.
But the game is that feeling. Like in the middle of the game, it's like me building it, the journey. Like right now, I enjoy the journey. To me, I haven't made it yet. Like even with the music, but that journey to getting to where I'm about to be, that's what I enjoy the most. So honestly, like even regarding businesses, I love the struggle. I love the failure. You know what I'm saying? Because without that failure, it's no success, right?
Valleys don't exist without, peaks and, lows, you know what I mean?
Right.
For sure.
And I think that's the thing, and I think like our society tries to normalize like, oh, if you fail, oh, you're a failure, but it's like the first step to winning is losing. You got to lose a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You got to take your L. Yeah. But then it's what you do with it. You got to bounce back.
Have you felt that you've taken a few L's to learn, like, this whole entire process and this journey and whatnot, or not?
I would say I took different L's. I think for me, it's like, when I mean L, I don't mean like losses. I mean like L for like learning, So for sure.
It's never truly a loss unless if you learn, it's not a loss, it's a win.
Yeah, so just learning, I think for me, learning like a lot, it's just more than just a rap song or just more than just music. To me, it's like understanding what music does and why we like it as humans. But that just goes to like psychology. So like for me recently, I've been studying like psychology and like what music does to the body, how we feel and like our brain and how we, it's a lot, it gets deep, but that's what I'm into,
Like what are some of the things that you can share about like, some of the things that you're studying right now about what music does to the body and whatnot that really fascinates you?
For example, we could keep it like real basic. Like let's think about the club. Like the club, that's a big business, a very lucrative business. But think about how it operates. It's lit, it's drinks involved, and there's certain music that will get you going. And that music works with the liquor. And that's what keeps the club moving because you can't. the club ain't gonna be lit here in like slow tempos. You know what I'm saying? You gotta speed it up. It gotta go crazy. That's why Silk City works. Cause it's not. I know I'm not the most lyrical, right? I'm not rapping like Jay-Z, but
it's your energy.
right. And they
Your
feel
energy
that.
don't lie.
Yeah, they feel that it's authentic, and I think that's why Silk City work is so authentic, and they feel that. Even if they don't know that, they feel it. And then once
No,
they
people
add
feel it.
yeah, once they add the liquor on top of it, it's out of here. I mean, that's what I do too. Like I study the club. I study the club. You got to, you know.
No, for sure. Where do you see yourself, like, in the next, like, 10, 15 years from now?
Mm,
Like,
I
what are
would-
some of the, like, the goals and aspirations of 310 Baby?
Goals. I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm gonna go far with it. And I'm not just referring to music. I'm gonna just say like, what anything I want to do. Like I'm gonna just go far. It's not specific things like, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'll just win though, and I think I'm gonna just break some barriers, and I'm gonna do things that people might think is so like a curveball, but like it's gonna get to a point where they're gonna have to like it
For sure.
because it's gonna be hot.
Be
Because
undeniable.
right? Because like even like when it comes to my music, like what people may hear that's out or what's about to drop or things like that, like that's just like that's what I was on like 5 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But like that music is getting made or being put out now, but I'm already on like album 3.
Wow. I was just about to ask you, like, yo, like, how much material do you have recorded?
Yeah.
So if you album 3, it's quite a lot of
But
things in the bank right there.
What I mean by that is let me clear it up. Like I don't mean like I got a track list for album 3. What I mean is I know how I want to sound on album 3. Now, will it change? Yes, because I'm 18. Album 3 could be 20 years old. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take how I feel now with how I feel at 20 and make the best of it. Like I write down notes on it too, on the what I want it to sound like, why I want it to sound like this. Is it different? Yeah, but it's gonna work because of this. And then I studied like people like Kanye. Kanye takes risk. Every album that Kanye dropped was a risk. It was not guaranteed. It was not, oh, people are for sure gonna like it. And every Kanye album is a different vibe. Like let's look at 808s and Heartbreaks. Like that was different.
Very different.
Right? But it worked though.
It worked, and people weren't ready for it. But then, just like you said, it worked.
I'm okay with being uncomfortable, and that's what me and my manager talk about all the time. It's like we have to be uncomfortable, but as long as it's strategic and we're not just being dumb with it, it will work. It'll work.
That.
So like, just growing, and that's the thing. That's what I want to do is I want to grow, and I'm okay with the struggles that may come with it. I'm okay with the struggles that come with not being average or basic and just taking whatever I can get.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm okay with taking the risk because that reward is sweet.
Facts.
And being a great, you have to be different. You have to be unique. You have to push the limits. Because if you're just comfortable and you just sitting there with just like, I'll just do that. I'll just make 100 more Soak Cities. I'll just be the guy that made 100 Soak Cities or attempted to. I won't be the guy that made this legendary album and did So yeah, I think people will see a lot. Like they'll see a lot of stuff that they might not expect, but I'm gonna do it though, and it's gonna work.
You got a very bright future ahead of you, my man. You are definitely you have an impressive mind. I will say that. Like, yo,
thank you, man.
Like, yeah, I think Soak City is just the surface, but yo, people are really gonna see a lot coming from you in the next couple years, and I'm really excited to be able to watch that, man. And like like we said, before we actually pressed record, like. I remember the first time I heard Soak City. Gentry sent it to me via text. You guys just got the DJ pack. I was in the middle of recording my show. I was like, I'm gonna put this thing in because like we said, energy doesn't lie. The energy on that record is fucking out of here. No matter where I'm at, you play it. I mean, fucking, it's crazy, man. Shit. I could be on the East Coast. I could be in Miami. I could be obviously here in Vegas, especially here in Vegas. This shit is crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got a very bright future ahead of you, man. And I'm very happy that we got to speak and we got to meet and and I got to hear you talk about a lot of these things, because I don't feel like a lot of people really look at it from your perspective, and dive that deep in. So, I appreciate you.
Thank you. Well, I mean,
Appreciate you.
I mean,
You're gonna change the game.
yeah. I mean, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. That's the goal. But honestly, I think it's really just for me. I think the only thing that separates me from the other artists is not just like, oh, I'm this GOAT. Because I'm not. I mean, I don't. Do I think I'm the best rapper? No. But I think when it comes to creative and like that new wave, I'm that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think when it comes to this art, it's not about being the best rapper or being the most lyrical. Because I could wake up at 22 and be like, oh, now I want to be just the best rapper. I want to rap on 2002 New York beats, right? But to me, it's not that. To me, it's just being a legend. And that's not something you try to be. You either are one or you aren't. And I think I'm on that path, and I say we as in the team. My creative director, Pico, legend.
Yeah.
I only work with people with a high IQ. I don't work with people that are average. And that's not being like an a-hole or anything. It's just that's just the only people I attract.
Nah, they got to match your energy.
They do, and
they got to match your energy. It doesn't work.
Yeah, they not. We just cut different over here.
All right. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Me being in this business for a long time, and I sit in these chairs, having conversations, but it's very refreshing to hear somebody like yourself, at such a young age, really take this, not only seriously, but literally from a different viewpoint, and a very strong viewpoint that has a lot of substance behind it, man. So
thank you.
Yeah, kudos to you, my brother. You a sports fan?
Oh yeah, big sports fan.
Football, basketball, what's your sport?
Football, basketball, golf.
Okay, who's your football team?
Rams.
Rams, okay.
Yeah.
Obviously we know that they're not, in the dance right now. There's 2 games left. Chiefs, Ravens, 49ers, Lions. Who do you got making the big dance?
Honestly, I'll say Lions and Ravens.
Oh, that breaks my heart, man.
Yeah, I mean,
breaks my heart.
Could be Chiefs, Niners and stuff, but I think I'm just saying what I would want.
Yeah.
I think Lions and Ravens, it's gonna be super lit in Vegas. I want Lamar to win. I think it'd be great. He deserves a little bit more respect than he has.
I agree with you there for sure.
Yeah, Lions, I would say Detroit just needs to get turned up, because basketball's not doing the best. I think if they win the Super Bowl, I think it'd be crazy over there. But if not, I could also see the Chiefs winning because I think
that breaks my heart.
If the Chiefs go,
man,
if the Chiefs go to the Super Bowl,
I'm a 49er fan.
Yeah, nah. I mean, honestly, I don't want to get into.
I play Soak City in the stadium, bro.
Hey, listen,
come on, man.
Listen, I just feel like as a Rams fan, I just don't like the 49ers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I respect that.
It's not beef. It's just that, you know what I'm saying? Same comp. We just don't.
Yeah, no, I get it.
It's Rams' house.
I get it. I respect it, man. Obviously, I got a lot of love for LA. Spent a good amount of time there. My career really took off when I came to LA. So I have an affinity and a love for Los Angeles that a lot of my Bay Area brethren may not understand. You know what I mean? But LA is a beautiful place, beautiful city. I mean, I don't hate the Rams. I support it. You know what I mean? It's the same thing, but
Yeah, it's like I mean, we in the same conference.
Yeah, no.
So it's I would love if y'all want a Super Bowl, that'd be lit. But it's Rams.
So what if the 49ers call you and go yo, we just won the Super Bowl. We need 310 Baby.
But see, that's the thing. I'd be okay.
Victory party.
I'd be okay with it because we are cousins in the same conference.
Okay, yeah.
It's like that. It's like Lakers Clippers, Lakers Warriors. It's like we still on the same side in a way, but it's still Rams though.
So all right, Lakers Clippers. Who what side are you on?
I'm a Laker fan, but I'm a Clipper supporter.
Okay.
You feel me? I'll go. I love going to Clippers games because I support the Clippers. Mm-hmm. It's like the little cousin.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a Laker fan.
Yeah,
it gets very serious.
Who's your favorite player on the Lakers squad right now? LeBron.
Yeah, it's not even a question.
Do you think that LeBron doesn't get the fair shake that he deserves? In regards to a lot of the GOAT talk. People will try to compare him to Jordan and whatnot. Do you think that LeBron is the best basketball player to ever live? Or do you think there are other people in that conversation?
I think as of right now, LeBron is the greatest basketball player to ever touch a basketball. And I think that's going to change, though, in the next 10 to 20 years. Because at the end of the day, we have to remember, basketball evolves.
Mm-hmm.
That's the next 2 generations are going to be killing killing. Like they're gonna do things that we've never seen.
Yeah.
Like we live in a right now where we live in a world where a power forward right now is the best player in the league.
No love for Curry? No.
Jokic is the best player in the league.
Who?
Jokic?
Oh, Jokic? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like we live right now. It's like
Curry's just somewhat on a decline. I might be, they might at me on that, but
yeah, Jokic is the best player in the league.
Jokic is doing it.
That's what I'm saying. Jokic, like power forwards wasn't doing that back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like they were good though.
They were good, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. So like I don't know. LeBron to me right now, greatest player, still active in the league. I did just say that Jokic was the best in the league, but I'm saying like he older, all the things that he's done and accomplished. Sure. But yeah, LeBron is it's no question. No question.
Are you excited for the new Clippers arena that's about to be lit? That shit looks crazy.
Nah, it looks insane.
It's insane. Like
I heard they designed it to make it look like old college basketball games.
Really?
Yeah.
I never heard that, but that's very interesting right
there. I saw it on TikTok. I hope it's true.
Wow. Yeah, it's crazy, man. And I see that they have like rules, like, when you sit in certain sections, like you can't wear opposing fan gear, or like, you can't, like you got to behave a certain way. I think it's called the wall or something like that. You
the wall. That? I have a question for you though.
Yeah.
Do you honestly think that the rules that they're setting in place in that little section, all that, do you think that will stay?
Fuck no.
Because I think that's
no chance.
I think when it comes to business, like, things get juiced in the beginning, like just for marketing purposes. Like we understand, like
100%.
Like it might be just for a season, or like it'll slowly fade away. But that's I think they needed something like to push. Like it couldn't just be new stadium. That sounds pretty boring.
I think they needed something to push. Yeah, it's definitely a narrative.
Yeah,
110%.
And some conversation.
But at the end of the day, money talks. If you're gonna get people in those seats, which I feel that the Clippers don't necessarily beat the Lakers on, or a lot of other teams. If you're going to get people in those seats, like, money is money. Money is money. Whether or not they're a Hawks fan, a Warriors fan, a Lakers fan, like, I think at the end of the day, it's just going to be like, let's just fill these seats.
Yeah, they're not going to care. I feel like a lot of them will go to probably sponsors.
Yeah.
That's how it usually goes, like sponsors. Like even
that.
with the Super Bowl, like it's sponsors.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it probably be, the sponsors giving stuff away.
For sure. Any last words?
No, I really don't.
Said a lot, man, on this podcast.
Yeah,
man.
I really don't talk too much. Like I mean,
but when I do,
yeah, when
people will listen.
Yeah, when I do
I'm
things
listening
like this,
right now, bro.
Like when I do things like this, and this I like your vibe.
Appreciate
a lot.
You.
Some people when it comes to this, they be on. You know what I'm saying? But I like your vibe to where I feel comfortable and I feel safe, and I just be myself. But yeah, I don't really have too much to say. I actually enjoyed this. Refreshing.
Have you had any bad experiences when you've sat in these seats and had these conversations?
Nah, I think like nobody like nah. I wouldn't say anything bad. Like it's pretty whatever. I think at the end of the day, people are doing their jobs. But what I don't like is I don't like how people just ask me the same questions over and over. But I think what you did is you asked me like a pretty basic question to warm us up.
Yeah.
And then you allowed us to go into things that like contain a lot more substance.
For sure.
And I think that's what like made this podcast it.
Yeah. And things that potentially could mean something more to you than just your average. Like, hey, what next city you going to?
Yeah, like random stuff. But
what's your studio process?
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I will ask some questions like that.
Yeah.
Because there are, there is a need for
some questions.
For people that want to know that just look at those things. But at the same time, it's like, how do we get the real vibe where people can connect on the other side? And at the same time, when we connect, so.
That's it. I just feel like after 15 minutes, we should not be talking about so and so. Oh, your song, like let's talk about something, like But I think that this is exactly what I like. This structure. You know what I'm saying? They should take this template. Take this template if you want to talk to me, please.
You know what it is, y'all. 310 Baby in the building. It's my guy right here. He's got a very bright future ahead of him. He's just getting started, man. He's just getting started. But again, shout out to everybody tapped in right now. Real 92.3, Real 103.9, KKFR, our new affiliates, our new family in Phoenix, Arizona was good. Yo, appreciate y'all for being here. And, man, telling you, look out for this guy, man. He's coming in hot. Let's get it. You know what it is. Soak City, baby.